Hi folks, I'm Modelers. I'm back for another update, and this will be part 4 of the build on the CVN-65 USS Enterprise at 1/350 scale from Mini Hobby Models. So let me just quickly just get into some of my updates. So okay, last week I did forget to update something, which is actually on this bottom hull here. I have cut out the opening for this thing, which will stick out from this hole here. So the reason why I have I'm gonna tilt this for a while now, or maybe I should just take this piece apart. Seems to be a tape there. Okay, so the reason why I have done it on at this area is because it will be easier to connect the connectors. And the way I'm gonna be doing this is this will stick in. I have actually filed these both sides so that this will fit in, and it's quite a tight fit. But of course I will still have to reinforce here and probably super glue some pieces of plastic so that this thing will never ever come out, because if it does get loose and goes in, I will never be able to connect these things again, which means I won't be able to light it up. So let me just show you that. So it's gonna connect to this thing over here, and in fact these pins are quite small, so it's not gonna be easy to connect. So for the Kitty Hawk, I had it at exactly somewhere in the middle down here, so it was quite hard to connect because the ship is gonna be sitting this way, and you're not gonna be able to see the bottom. And also for this connector, I don't know why, but the pin is on this side, but for the Kitty Hawk the pin was on this thing, so it was actually flat on this side. But this LED light, the pin is on this side, so the pin will be sticking out like that, and it will be probably visible, but it's not too obvious, I suppose. So I have decided to put it there. Of course I can, you can also put it somewhere around here. It just all depends, where you want to put this. I thought it would be easier to be this direction instead of from the bottom. So that's where I'll be connecting this thing. So I'm just gonna take this out first, and then of course for the main hull side I had to cut this hole up. So okay, so I have that's the thing which I forgot to explain in my last video. Sorry about this mess here. Okay, let me just put this hull back together. Okay, so it's in now. So yeah, so that's the bottom part there. So I think when I have the LEDs taped up to the top piece here, I will have to connect this thing, glue it up, then this piece will fall in here. And then the rest, everything can be glued up. Okay, so besides that, I have also done something on the ceiling, which is this piece over here. So this will be the entire piece, and I'm just using this 1mm card, and I have connected them with more plastics just by super gluing here for all the connection points. So it's very flimsy, and so this thing will sit on top here like that. So I have already simulated this thing by sticking this LED. This will be for the tower, the island, and the entire strip. I have simulated them. I have actually taped them up in order to get these holes, positioning for the holes. So I have tested it, and basically the light does shine through. So I think it will work that way. So maybe I will just, once I tape up the LEDs, I will reinforce a little bit more with more plastic cards. So I think that's about what I'm gonna do. And I won't be using the metal braces because I think it will just be getting in the way. It's just gonna be trouble. So I won't be using that. So besides that, these are the walls. It's still blank. I will work on these a bit later. So I have the doors already glued up. It's just 2 pieces of cards, and basically these 2 measures the door well size here. So, and on this piece here there will be no doors, and on the back here there will be another 2 pieces of door, and on this side there is another piece with 2 doors. Okay, so, and yeah, after this the difficult part will happen, which is to detail up all these walls here. And also, of course, the visible walls will be these 2 walls back here, because this wall will be seen from here, and here you can see here, and I think up to a certain angle you can see things here. And in the middle here there will be another door dividing the 2 sections. So I plan to close this door up because I do have this. I'm gonna print out these decals, these printings, but this is just a regular sheet of paper. And okay, now I'm sort of switching topic to the decals now. Maybe I'll come back to this a bit later. So anyway, if I close up these doors here, the details over here, here and here will never be seen because there are no doors on this side. There's only doors from here. So now I'm thinking, should I be doing all these walls here? There's a lot of work. Or should I just cheat and not put anything there? For Kitty Hawk, I did not do anything on these walls which are not seen. So I don't know, maybe you can help me out a bit. I'm not sure if I should do it or if I, maybe you can give me some comments on that. And of course, the walls on this side here, everything will be seen from the 3 doorbells. So yeah, all these will have to be detailed up. And okay, so I have been doing I started some scratch building, and this is what I have managed to build so far. This is for the aft, at the back side. So these are just cards. These are just supports, and it's built up of mainly 1mm card. And okay, for these shutter doors, once you have cut out the doorbells, please save this because these can be used as the shutter doors, to depict the shutter doors. So that's what I have used. So over here, let me zoom up a bit. I'm using a 1mm beams over here. So this one is, I think it's a 2 or 2.5mm, and these are actually just half round beams, but it's not so obvious. It doesn't look like it does look a bit like a square beam, but that's what I had. I don't have the 1mm beam, so yeah, so I've built it this way, and then this will sit at the back here. As for the measurements, of course I'm just roughly guessing. I don't take all measurements exactly and scale it down. So I think for the real ship, this is much more at the rear over here. But I need some room here for the LEDs to run out. And if it's all the way back here, you won't be able to see much from this doorbell. So I'd rather have it a bit up front a bit. And this is actually, I copied it off from this 3D Wilds website, from this photo here. So of course it doesn't look exactly the same. This is 3D printed, nice, but it's expensive. So I've built it based on this, and they did have the this is for the 1986 version, and of course they do this will be for the front, so I will have to make this, and I think they have, okay, so this is the 1996 version. So they all look different depending on the time era. I think this will be very difficult to make. So these are all the 1996 version. And I think, okay, so this is the 1986 version, which I think should be simpler to make. But there's a lot of beams that will have to go to be attached. So I will try to make this, and then so okay, this is for the aft, which I have made. I think it's quite simple. So I think a lot of the wall things or the interior hangar bay things I can follow this website. So still a lot of things to build, yeah, and all the walls. So that's gonna take some time to do that. And okay, so coming back to the decal, I have test printed this on a normal paper, and this is at 100% sizing. So I think this is still a bit too big, because these murals here will actually go to the center. You know, there should be a centerpiece here. So if this were to be there, I think it's just too big. I will probably size this down a bit more, maybe to 90% or 80%. Then I should get the right sizing. But for these step lines, they look okay. They don't look so weird, or it could be too thick maybe. But they can always be cut up to size. So. And I did receive this decal paper. It came with nothing, no instructions or anything. It's just one piece of paper. And I did test a little bit. So it did look okay, but I think I made a mistake by buying the white color paper instead of the transparent, because if it's white color, all those color areas will be printed, but you know, the moment you cut it out, not exact to the piece that you want, you will see a white outer edge. So if it's transparent, it will be less obvious. But let me just try out these, since I have already bought them. I'm gonna just try this out, and if it doesn't work, I'll try to get the transparent piece. But it's kind of thick, and yeah, I think it's different from the model decals. Decal paper. These are probably more industrial type, used for some other purpose. But if this works, I'll just print them out, these, and just stick it on the interior. So I think I don't have too much update this time. And I did, you know, when I did the simulation for this LED, I did have, the LED was actually long enough. It's supposed to go all the way around here and then go back to the rear. And there will be this area that will be wasted, because that LED portion will not shine through anything, because it will probably just sit like that. And I did have enough LED, so I will try to run them through the back here. I will place a piece here, and I will stick them underneath this piece. So to do that, I have cut this area out a bit lower, and cut out a little bit here so that the LED can escape from here to here. So maybe it's not so clear what I'm trying to explain here, but once I get this worked out, I will show it. Basically, these two of these LEDs will be like going down like that, and so there will be some light at the back here, and I believe in the real ship there are a lot of lights hanging down here. So yeah, but this LED might become too bright. But anyway, let me just try it out and see how it goes. So yeah, so that's about it for this time. Not too much update. I'm a bit slow, getting a bit slow now. Just doing a lot of tests and scratch building. So it's been a couple of weeks now. I've started this kit, but I have not even started doing the actual kit. It's all just tests and fittings and scratch building. So still a long way to go before I can get into the kit. So anyway, this is all for now. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video. Please subscribe. And as usual, happy modeling and cheers for now. Goodbye.